The story begins in a thick forest where a man was running frantically, hoping to find a way out. But this forest was so dense that no escape route could be seen anywhere. The man kept moving forward, following the sun's direction. However, the sun was slowly setting, and darkness was approaching. Despite this, he didn't stop running. After running for a long time, he reached a point where he saw a signboard that read, "Point of no return," with the number 108 written on it. This meant no one could go back from that point. Seeing this made him even more worried. As darkness fell, a strange fear spread throughout the forest. Suddenly, all the birds flew away from there at once. Even after walking for miles, this man didn't see a single wild animal in the entire forest. There was something so frightening that even wild animals were scared of it. Terrified, the man started running even faster. But after hours of traveling, he suddenly stopped at a place and disappointment covered his face. In front of him was the same signboard with number 108 that said "Point of no return." The man now understood that no matter how much he ran, he couldn't escape this forest. So he started looking for a place to hide. When he couldn't find any safe hiding spot, he climbed up a tree. But the tree branch broke, and he fell from a great height to the ground, getting badly injured with deep wounds. Before he could lose consciousness, the ground started shaking, and strange growling sounds began. Hearing these sounds, the man's breath got stuck in his throat. Suddenly, someone dragged him away. We weren't shown who was dragging him, but we could hear his painful screams. 6 days after this incident, we are shown a girl named Mina, who works at a bird shop in the city. Her boss comes and gives her an order to deliver a golden parrot to a place far from the city. Mina agrees to her boss. Seeing this, she became very worried. She thought maybe she hadn't come to the right place where her car was parked, but had come to some other place, and her car was parked somewhere else because every point in this forest looked exactly the same. Now darkness was getting deeper. Just like before, all the birds flew away from these trees. Mina was starting to get scared because the ground was also shaking violently. Mina felt someone's presence around there. Suddenly, Mina saw someone's shadow in the distance. She ran after it, but she found no one there. Then suddenly, Mina saw an old woman running. Mina also started chasing her, asking for help, but that woman didn't stop and kept running fast. Once again, Mina chased this old woman. Suddenly, that old woman disappeared again. When Mina moved forward looking for her, she saw a big room far in the forest. That old woman opened the door of that room and told Mina, "If you want to stay alive, come inside quickly." Hearing this, Mina ran toward that room without thinking. As soon as Mina came inside, she locked the gate. Mina saw that this was a strange room with a very big mirror installed in it. Along with that old woman, there were 2 more people there. Scared, Mina asked those people what place this was. The old woman replied that they call this place the Cove. She said, "My name is Madeline. This girl is Kiara, and this boy's name is Daniel." The old woman told Mina that now wasn't the time for talking. "You quickly stand with us in front of the mirror because someone is coming to see us." Mina asked who was coming to see them, but the old woman didn't give any answer. Strange sounds started coming from outside. Scared, Mina asked what these sounds were. Kiara told Mina that they call them watchers. "They are watching us from the other side of the glass, but we can't see them. They come here every night, after sunset, and keep watching us until the morning sun comes out." Then noise started coming from the other side of the glass. Mina asked what this noise was like. The old woman explained that the watchers were happy about Mina's arrival and were clapping after seeing her there. Mina was badly confused and wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. The night passed, and in the morning, these people came out of that place. Madeline explained that the watchers only come out at night. During the day, they could roam freely in the forest. Mina had been thinking all night about when morning would come, so she could quickly escape from this forest. so she immediately started looking for a way out of the forest. Then, Madeline stopped everyone from preventing her from leaving, as if she knew that Mina couldn't get out of this forest and would definitely return. As Mina was leaving, Madeline told her that her decision wasn't good. "There's no way out of this forest. We have to return to this house before night falls. If you're late, you'll lose your life." Mina didn't listen to anyone and moved forward quickly, taking her parrot with her. After moving a little ahead, she saw the same point of no return sign again. Seeing it, she got scared, but didn't lose courage, and kept moving forward in the direction of the sun. But she couldn't succeed in getting out of the forest. The path ended ahead, and Mina found herself standing on top of a mountain, where nothing but forest could be seen far and wide. Disappointed, she sat down. Suddenly, someone put a hand on her shoulder. She got scared, and when she turned back, it was the old woman Madeline. "Here." Madeline encouraged her and said, "You're not the only one who tried to get out of here and failed. We also got tired like you and stopped here. There's no way out of here. Come, let me show you something." Madeline took Mina toward the forest. Madeline told Mina, "This forest is a hunter, and we are all its prey. If you want to stay alive, stay with us only." Madeline showed her many point-of-no-return signboards that were placed in a circular arrangement around the forest, with their room in the center. Madeline explained that these were placed half a day's distance from their house. "If you go beyond these, it will become difficult to return. So whenever you see these, don't ignore them." Mina asked who made all this. She replied that a professor made this, but no one has seen him so far. Night fell again, and these people came back inside that house. Every night, watchers came to see them. Today, the girl named Kiara danced in front of them, saying they liked all this. It wasn't that these 4 people had to stand in front of the watchers every night. They could do whatever they wanted, but they couldn't turn their backs on them. Doing so would make those creatures very angry. At night, they only had the problem of watchers, but during the day too, they had to face many difficulties. These people hunted something from the forest every day to fill their stomachs. The next day, Kiara and Mina both went to hunt in the forest. Mina asked Kiara what the watchers actually wanted. Kiara said she didn't know much either, but Madeline said that these watchers watched them and observed them. But if they saw the watchers, they would go crazy because the watchers looked very fierce. Kiara now showed her a pit and Seaki. There were many such pits in this forest. During the day, all the watchers lived in those pits, and at night, they came out. During the day, these creatures couldn't come out because sunlight burned their skin. Kiara told Mina that she had come to this forest with her husband 5 months ago, and since then both of them had been trapped here. But 6 days ago, her husband had gone out into the forest looking for a way out. "I hope he will definitely return and take us all safely from here." Here we learn that actually, Kiara's husband was the same man we saw at the start of the movie, who was dragged away by someone and was now dead. While talking like this, both of them returned near the room. Here, Madeline explained 3 rules to Mina for staying alive. First, she wouldn't open the house door at night. Second, at night she wouldn't turn her back to the mirror. Third, during the day she wouldn't go near those pits and would stay in the light as much as possible. As long as you follow these rules, you will stay alive. But Mina didn't believe Madeline's words at all. That night, Mina wanted to know about these watchers, so she tried to listen to sounds by putting her ear to the glass. When she couldn't hear anything, Madeline's stories about the watchers started seeming fake to Mina. So she broke the rules by turning her back to the glass and went to sleep. Doing this made the watchers angry, and they started hitting the glass loudly. The noise also woke up Madeline, and she quickly asked Mina to stand facing the glass, and only then did the watchers' anger calm down. This meant that when humans showed their backs to the watchers, they considered it an insult. The next day, Mina went hunting with Daniel. She asked Daniel if he had ever seen a watcher. Daniel replied that he had never seen the Watchers either, and whoever sees the Watchers doesn't survive. Then Mina explained to Daniel that she felt these were all stories made up by Madeline to trap them. "We should definitely go and check those pits. Maybe we'll find some way to get out of here." Daniel was also very tired of staying there and wanted to escape from this forest by finding a way somehow. So he agreed with Mina, and both of them reached near the pit. Now Mina tied herself with a rope and went down into this pit. Daniel held the other end of the rope so that if anything happened to Mina, he could quickly pull her out. Mina reached down in the pit where she found a lot of human belongings. Mina collected that stuff. All this belonged to people who had become victims of the Watchers in Tao, a forest. With the help of the rope, Daniel brought up cameras, bicycles, and all the necessary stuff. Before Mina could get out of that pit, she heard movement of someone coming inside the pit. Mina quickly started calling Daniel to throw the rope down. But then, a Watcher's hand started reaching to catch Mina. But Mina was standing in sunlight, so when the sunlight fell on that Watcher's hand, it started burning. Meanwhile, Daniel threw the rope down to Mina, and she quickly came out. After discovering the truth about the Watchers and finding the professor's underground bunker, the group learned the real story. The Watchers were actually fairies who once lived with humans, but were betrayed and trapped underground for centuries. They had lost their wings and magical powers but could still change their appearance. The professor had been conducting experiments on them, and Madeline, who had been helping them, was actually one of these shape-shifting creatures. She had taken the form of the professor's dead wife and had been manipulating the survivors. Following the professor's final message about escaping by following the direction the birds flew at evening, the survivors made their way out of the forest. Though they lost Daniel to the Watchers during their escape, Mina, Kiara, and Madeline managed to cross the river and reach safety. However, the story's final twist revealed that Madeline was not human, but a half-fairy, half-human hybrid who had been living among humans. After learning there were others like her, she transformed back to her fairy form and flew away, but continued to watch Mina from the shadows, suggesting the danger wasn't completely over. This story explores themes of survival, deception, and the conflict between different species trying to coexist in a world where trust is hard to come by.